Hey, welcome everyone. Tom here from Park Avenue Trading, your chief dealer, keeping you sane in these insane markets. While other gurus talk about what happened yesterday, I'm going to give you tomorrow's markets today. Anyway, in this video, we're going to be doing a little analysis. It is Sunday at 12:09 in the afternoon Eastern Standard Time. On September 1st, we're going to be looking at the true market of September 2nd. So sometimes I don't pay attention to what's going on in the in-between market between, Auckland and Japan, and other times I do, but generally I kind of disregard it. But lately I've been keeping an eye on it because these markets have been a little tricky. But here we are. We're just going to be doing sterling dollar analysis real briefly, and then I'm going to get on to, let me write down what I'm going to do because I sometimes forget. I got to do sterling yen. I'm going to do good old dollar yen, which has kind of fooled me the last couple of days, and I'm going to do euro yen. And I'm not going to do the euro dollar. I feel really bad for bank euro traders because that thing has been in a range forever and it's been really just horribly boring. But it had made a high and then now it's coming off a little bit. Same thing with sterling dollar. Sterling dollar has been a little bit confusing to me. So let me go over with what I got for this next session. All right, so in order for sterling dollar to shake off, break through this recent weakness we had, we need to get over 130, 160. If the market can get above 130, 160, and remember, we always talk about the queen. The queen has to confirm it's the next time bar. Now, 1 hour should be like kind of like the minimum. I know people trade 30-minute charts, 15-minute charts, 10-minute charts. This is really designed for like a little bit longer of a time period. So the queen should be at least, the next bar should be at least another hour, because that really gives the marketplace time to digest what's going on. And with the shorter time frames, you get a lot of whipsaws, and not, if you have a decent stop on it, then, and you're used to it, well, that's fine. I'm always trying to pick the point of like least amount of psychological, emotional pain. I'm a very fragile guy. I can't, But anyway, so we need to get above 131.60 in order to shake off the weakness. And then where are we going to? Well, then really what you're targeting up into this area here, the 132.30, 132.65, which is the ultimate high. That's basically a sell zone. So if you were fortunate to get, it get long and the marketplace breaks up and gets up in there, it's not a bad place to sell it, get out of it and, wait. Now, there's always like talking out of both sides of your mouth with this shit. And it very rarely that it happens. So it's just a point of noting that, if we could blow through this high, close above it, and then, where the next level is 133.25. It's not really that far away. But, hey, it's extra pips if it was to happen. So anyway, here's the buy zone really for this thing. And it's really tricky. All right. So the buy zone is between 130, say 80 and 130.55. So, this is like if the marketplace, let me try to get a line here. Where is it? There it is. So like 130, say, let's 51 is fine. Like this would be a buy zone. All right, marketplace comes down into this and it's holding, if it breaks up, I would buy it immediately if it broke up back through 80 and put a stop loss like right below this point. I don't really wait for confirmation because that's just not the way I trade. I'd rather try to get as close as I can to the support. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. It's less of a loss anyway, so that's the way I look at it. So sterling dollar, that's what I got for sterling dollar for today. Let me move over to good old dollar yen, and I got to do the analysis on it and throw it up on the chart. Hang on one second. Oh, good old dollar yen. Let me move this over here. I don't know how that moved, but okay, I moved that. Anyway, so let me move myself down here. Dollar yen, good old dollar yen. In order for it to continue its strength, dollar yen needs to get above 146.58. So really, this becomes like a sell zone unless it can close above it. And the sell zone would pull us back to the 145.85 level. If dollar yen breaks 145.85, then we're going back to 145 like 25. Okay, so we're still within a range. Now, if dollar yen could break 145.25, we're looking like, potential target at 144, say 75, 80, 70, 68, something like that. So that's how we stand in dollar yen right now. We got to be looking at that 146.58 as a resistance point right now. We're looking at support right around 145.80 as a support level. If it breaks through the 80, we're looking at that 145.25 level. So the open's going to be pretty interesting today. So let me move on to good old sterling yen. Okay, good old sterling yen. This is, we got resistance. We actually have short-term resistance right between 192.05 and 192.28. Now, this would basically become your sale envelope as long as that 192.28 can hold, all right? If it can close above 192.28 and the queen confirms, we're most likely the target's 193. That's the next level of this thing. And then the ultimate short-term level is 193.58. Now, I don't know what's going to happen today. I don't know how exciting the market's going to be. And of course, every one of these levels is designed to give me an idea of what the marketplace is whispering in my ear. The breakout, the breakdown for me in sterling yen is if it broke 191.50, that would kind of confirm that 192.05 is going to hold. And where we're going to trade back down to is, if we look at the hourly chart here, we got a lot of congestion here. I would think we go back down to 190.45.50. Now, if it blows through that, for whatever reason, there's a shift, then you're looking at, 190 the figure, 189.90, because we're talking about short-term trading here. That's not to say that these big moves don't happen, because they've been happening. But, I don't want to get too overly optimistic. If I was in a good trade, I'd be watching price action. And if there was no reason for me to take the trade back on whatever reason, short or long, I'm just going to let the market play out. And that's it. And then keep moving my stops up so that, I don't get hurt. I make some money, but I don't get hurt. But here's the thing. Let me explain to you what I did on Friday. Just being completely candid. I thought sterling yen was going back down to 189, 190 the figure. Okay. So I sold yesterday at 191.42 in the trading room. It went down to 191 like 10, 15. I thought I was like sitting like great, and I said, it's not really acting right. It's bouncing and it's, it's a little bit hectic and, wasn't kind of organized. So I took back 1/3 at 191.17 and it rallied up. I put my stop at my average. So I improved my sale, to around 54, 55, 191.55 because I'm taking some profits on 1/3. I put my stop there. It went up to like 51 and then boom, right back down to like right here. Actually, right there. Because there was the top. This was the one. It went right there. When I took back the 17s, it went up to like 40, 48, 50. And then it came down again right to 191.06. I said, I got him. And then, that same hour, boom, out. At my average, didn't make anything, didn't lose anything. So, that's just the name of the game, right? I mean, so it's been a little bit chaotic and I expect it to continue to be chaotic. All right, let's just go over euro yen so I don't take up much more of your time. Hang on one second. Okay, good old euro yen. We got resistance at 161.83 as it stands right now. If euro yen breaks 161, say 10, I think that we're heading back down to I mean, and it's not far away. It's like 161.73, and then really 160. I'm sorry, 160.73, 160.50. If it breaks 160.50, okay, this is a technique I like to use. Like a lot of people will go, well, if it breaks there, it's going to go down to the low, right? I mean, like it should go down to 160. And that's great if it does. However, I always like to watch the market at the low bars close. Okay, so since I'm using a 1 hour chart, I could easily switch to a 4 hour chart and look for it. But since it's a 1 hour chart, I keep everything, uniform. I would look at the low bars close as a way to gauge price momentum. So instead of looking at this low, I want to see what happens if the marketplace does come down and it starts trading around this area. I'm at that low bar's close because that was an important bar. It couldn't go any lower than that. And here was all the people that basically decided, we're gonna get long. Now, if you look at this low bar's close, there's a lot of fiddling around by it, but there's not much actually. Excuse me. There's a low that's created right there off of this bar and this bar that basically is showing you there's some strength, there's some support here for the time being. Now, that's just a little technique I wanted to give you. Don't always shoot for the low of the bar, but you look at the close of the low bar or the close of the high bar. Okay, so those are important points. That's like where all the market basically finished their decision making, right? In my opinion. Now, if everything worked out, perfectly as I said it did, there's a technical term for this. If everything works out exactly like I say, the technical term is it's a fucking miracle. All right. So again, don't, this is just fences around the marketplace to give you trading ideas. If you want real good ones, come on over to my trading room. All right, I'll see you guys in the next video. Remember, don't forget to head on over to Park Avenue Trading. Get yourself a free ebook. Please like and subscribe if you like what you see. Also, don't forget to ring the bell. I got some other technical educational things. I put out real cool stuff. Seems you guys like the how-to type of videos, so I'll be doing more of those. If you have any suggestions for me, please leave them in the comments. I'd be willing to help you. If you're a newbie, say, hey, how do I do this? How do I do that? How do I make penne alla vodka? I'll be really happy to help you with it. So anyway, again, I look forward to seeing you. Don't forget to ring the bell. All right, like and subscribe. Get over to Park Avenue Trading, get yourself a free ebook, and enjoy the party, but dance near the door. Cheers.